Hey Canucks fans, as training camp ends and we look ahead to preseason games tomorrow, here are 5 storylines that I'm very interested in over the next couple weeks. I'm Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take on the One Take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Saturday, September the 24th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Hope you are all well. Today's Saturday. That means tomorrow's Sunday. That means tomorrow is my Ask Me Anything. So go to my community tab after you watch this video and leave me a question for tomorrow's vlog. And Hall of Fame members, if you're wondering when the next Zoom chat is, Hall of Fame and Legend members, that's not going to be tomorrow. I'm going to do it next Sunday, but I'll give you plenty of notice for that. Next Sunday, October the 2nd, I believe, is the date. Yes, so for everyone, members, non-members, go to my community tab and leave me a question. So training camp is ending today. It's probably ending as I record this. 3 days in Whistler, and a lot of fans out there. I think there are a lot of people just like you, just like me, that are very excited for this Canucks season. I'll be going to tomorrow's preseason game. Don't forget, I'm selling tickets. Send me an email, canuckclay@gmail.com, and I'll send you my ticket list. So here are 5 things that I am most interested in, and naturally 3 of them have to do with the blue line. And that's because I think, as we've talked about all summer, that's probably the biggest question mark for this team. We like what we have up front with the addition of all the new forwards. We're going to be solid in goal with Demko and Martin. So I have 3 questions about the defense, and then 2 questions or storylines about the forwards. Number 1, the right hand experiment, the right shot, not the right hand, the right side experiment. Quinn Hughes is still left-handed. So Quinn Hughes has been playing on the right side from all reports. It was exciting to see on the first day. Then maybe, I would struggle is too strong of a word, but let's say he's still adjusting. And of course, it's going to be a big adjustment. If you're used to playing the left side and using all your advantages and all your skill to your advantage on the left side, Quinn Hughes, this is going to be a work in progress. I think if there's anyone in the lineup on the roster that is smart enough to make this type of change, it is indeed Quinn Hughes. But that's going to be something, obviously, that he's going to continue to work on and get better at, more acclimatized to the right side as the preseason games roll on. So I'm going to be very interested to see how he does when he takes the ice for the first time. Likely they're going to play him with Oliver Ekman-Larsson, whatever the 2, 3, 4 preseason games that he plays, because if that's how they want to start the season, and especially if he's switching sides, you want to see, you want to give him as many reps as you can. So that's number 1 storyline for me, is how's Quinn going to fare on the right side. Number 2, is Danny DeKeyser going to be our top 4 left shot D-man? Everyone was surprised when he lined up with Tyler Myers on our basically our second pair. If OEL and Hughes is our first pair, then you got to think Myers is your second, your second pairing right side D. And then with him was Danny DeKeyser on a PTO, not even signed to a contract with the Vancouver Canucks, but there he was unseating Rathbone, unseating Travis Dermott as the second pairing defenseman paired with Tyler Myers. Now the Canucks did a Tyler Myers mic'd up. So by nature of being his D partner, we saw a bit of Danny DeKeyser in those videos. Looked fine. I think he's pretty smart. He's a veteran for sure. His slow down, though, so his foot speed isn't the best. So as we watch Quinn Hughes on the right, adjusting to life on the right side, I want to see how Danny DeKeyser's body holds up, especially when it comes to his foot speed. But could DeKeyser basically be last year's Alex Chason, come in on a PTO and then earn a roster spot, and in DeKeyser's situation, actually elevate to a second pairing role as opposed to Chason, who came in as a 4th line winger? So that's number 2. Is Danny DeKeyser going to make this team? By extension or by relation, my third storyline I'm watching is then what happens with the third pairing. We know on the right, the way the Canucks lined up, one pairing at training camp was Rathbone and Schenn, and the other one was Dermott and Pullman. Well, when you look on the left side, I like both guys, Dermott and Rathbone, as you know, but Dermott obviously has more experience than Rathbone. And then the Canucks think that Pullman has more to offer than Schenn. Then you could say that right now, Dermott Pullman looks like the third pairing, and that leaves Rathbone and Schenn as the extras. Now, of course, they're the extras, both of them, if Danny DeKeyser makes the team. If he doesn't, if they don't like what they see in the preseason, then one of those guys is going to move up. Probably Dermott's going to move up to Myers. And then you have some combination of Rathbone on the left and Shannon Pullman on the right. But let's say DeKeyser makes the team, then you're looking at a third pairing of Dermott and Pullman, which I'm fine with. and then Rathbone and Shen as the guys as 7 and number 8 respectively. So we'll see what happens there. I really like Jack Rathbone. I would love to go OEL Dermot Rathbone down the left side, but again, I was saying all that before they brought in Danny DeKeyser. So I think the answer to this question is going to be completely dependent on how well Danny DeKeyser does. The fourth storyline I'm watching is NILS HOGLANDER. As we know, he did the whole training camp basically on an all Swedish AHL line with Nils Aman and Linus Karlsson. But he was probably unanimously the best player on the ice on day 2 of camp yesterday. And he obviously is motivated. He wants to show Boudreau and the rest of the coaching staff that he can be an everyday player and he should make the roster. Now, if he makes the roster, do you want him on your fourth line playing 8 to 10 minutes versus 15 to 18 minutes in Abbotsford? I think that's the big debate. And because he doesn't have to clear waivers, I think that's another reason why you might start him in Abbotsford. But I know a lot of people really like Hoglander's game and they really want to see him in the lineup, especially in the top 9. Who do you take out? I'm not sure about that, especially when Bruce Boudreau's basically played his hand already, showed his card, so to speak. So let's watch what Hoglander does in the preseason. Let's see if he has a dominant preseason and if he basically forces his way onto the team. And finally, also with the forwards, really just a general comment on, I'm excited to see what these forward lines look like. I think the PD, Kuzmenko, Mikheyev line is the one that has everyone excited. I've talked about why PD's IQ, Mikheyev's speed, and then Kuzmenko's hands and compete level. Of course, they all have more elements than that, but that's what I see. And then you have your top line, kind of your sturdy line of Miller, Besser, and Pearson. And then an intriguing line of Horvat, Garland, and Podkolzin as well. I'm not sure why I started there. So, and then a fourth line, some combination of Dickinson, Lazar, Joshua, and maybe Hoglander, maybe someone else. So I really like the look of these lines. I think people will be buzzing about these lines, especially about the PD, Mikheyev, Kuzmenko line. And I can't wait to see them in person, whether it's in preseason or waiting till the regular season starts. So those are my 5 storylines to watch, Canucks fans. 3 on D, 2 and 4s. Number 1, how's Quinn going to fare on the right side? Number 2, will Danny DeKeyser make this team? Number 3, who is your third pairing if Danny DeKeyser doesn't make the team? Number 4, is NILS HOGLANDER going to force his way into the lineup? And number 5, how quickly will these new lines find chemistry and gel? Canucks fans, I would love your comments on those 5 storylines, or maybe there's a storyline that you are more interested in that I did not mention. Put those in the comments below as well. And don't forget to go over to my community tab and leave me a question for tomorrow's Ask Me Anything. Shout out to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate and Perform and Transform Personal Training and Weight Loss, and to legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang. Thanks for your support, and thanks to the support of Hall of Fame and franchise members as well. As always, subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you'd like to, leave a tip, a super thanks if you'd like to, become a member or upgrade your membership if you'd like to, and definitely leave a comment down below if you'd like to. What are the biggest storylines for you coming out of Canucks training camp and heading into the preseason? Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of, and by the way, if you made it to the end of this video, 8 minutes in, I'm not afraid to admit that I'm going to go watch the WWE tonight. They're at the Pacific Coliseum. I'm going to go see wrestling. So why don't, okay, this is a bit of a stretch, but if you make it to the end of this video and you want to say that you show that you made it to the end of this video, type in the two words, acknowledge me. If you watch wrestling, it's Roman Reigns' catchphrase. He's been the champion for over 2 years. So if you type in the words, acknowledge me, not acknowledge Clay or acknowledge you, acknowledge me, then I know you made it to the end of this video. Now I'm going for sure. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.